Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus the Riven Realms. The evil black square is gone. I apologize about leaving my blank webcam window on the screen last episode. That was my bad. I didn't look at my preview window in OBS, and I completely forgot I had left that on from Twitch streaming. If you are interested in watching me Twitch stream, you should come check it out. There's links in the channel. But anyway, that is gone, so no more need to worry about that. I thought about I couldn't re-record it, unfortunately, because I'd saved the save file before I realized that, and I didn't feel like just skipping the episode because I thought there was some important stuff that happened there with Garrick and some of the other quests we did. I thought it was a little distracting, but overall, I didn't think it was that big a deal, and I thought it would be better for those of you who are interested in the story and whatnot to be able to see what happened. So that's my bad. Hopefully that won't happen again. I've kitted ourselves out with a couple quests from people. Basically, the plan today is to head to Vitrar, sell our fruit that not accidentally, but that I bought, hit a Vernum, and then come back and try and finish the tests of elements, or whatever they were called. But we're ready to go. We'll probably have to fight some sandworms this episode. But that is what happens when you're wandering around this part of the world. At least until we can kill the sandworms, fight them off, I'm not really sure. Everything looks good. Here they are. Speak of the devil. Can we lure them away? We have 1 million beast lures. How many does it take to get rid of these guys? Looks like 15, which is half of the beast lures. Honestly, let's just fight them. It's not that big a deal. Let's see here. Makeshift barricade. It's a pretty big crew of sandworms. 310 versus my 523. I wonder if mounted charge is barely useful. It moved the needle by 1. So let's although I'm curious if we do this instead, would this be helpful? Not really. Okay, so the makeshift barricade it is. I don't know if I've ever used like waylay or demoralize. They're interesting ideas, but let's stick with these ones. The tried and true. And we got some armored worms, we got some great worms. This is a kind of a dangerous group we're going up against. But nothing we haven't dealt with before. Let's go for the frenzied worm, because that one gets 2 actions. If you can kill the ones that have 2 actions before the other ones, that's usually worthwhile. Not great to get hit with the digestive acid that early. Good finish off, though. He didn't even get any of his moves. Moves to the front. Gorgoro, it would be great if you could break some of the armor on these guys. So, like, armor on that guy. I think she hit the back worm and not the front worm, which is not what we wanted to see. Go ahead and axe the green one. Didn't work. And now the great worms get to chew on our people. Alright, Elani, go ahead and see if you can stun this dude. It didn't work. Poke him again. Greenie incoming. Don't miss this time. There we go. She does so much damage if you can just hit. Oh man, he's already down. Let's pick him up. There we go. Luckily, we didn't have to miss his initiative. I'm afraid that guy's gonna burrow. But there's not much we can do about it when he's at the back row like that. We'll see. Yep, I knew he was gonna, but we'll wait and see. Elani, keep trying to stun maybe this minor worm? Okay, we did stun the minor worm at least. Hit these two. Good job. Ooh, a crit for 5 is great. And then try to finish this one off. Whoa, 9! Holy cow! Just hit this guy. And then try to kill this thing. Good job. Alright, 3 down, 3 to go. Unfortunately, this guy's gonna be back soonish. Or he's just gonna keep himself alive the whole time, which is frustrating. But we should switch spots with Harvick back here. Although, now he can't do anything back there. How about switch with Skornar? And then if you drop, you drop. It's not the end of the world. Throw down. Can you burn this guy? I didn't think you could, but I thought I'd try it just in case. Break his armor. You went for a person I did not expect. Pump yourself up, my man. Good block. All right, you're back. I'm hoping Nadir can kill him. Stab this guy. Evasion sucks. Stop that. Ooh, double kill though? All right, another evade is very annoying. Stop it. Oh, the evasion is obnoxious. 4 damage. Maybe Skornar. Oh, he's at the back, rats. I was gonna say, maybe he could kill him. I think this might be the last turn, and Eilani dropped. It was kind of busted combat. There we go. Krifta's accuracy is so good. The evasion is insanely annoying. We should jump forward to swap with it. Oh, I don't know if we can. Nope, I don't think so. Because she's lying on the ground. Stop that! It's so annoying. Their evasion is super high too, which is kind of crazy. What does this move even do? Block? That's it? Alright, well, swap spots with Harvick so he's less likely to also go down. Alright, chew on my person on the ground. Alright, we killed 5 out of 6. Not great, but not bad. Hopefully the roll goes well. That doesn't look super good. They are retreating. Let's see, what happened here? They took 6 of my slaves? That's not gonna fly. Oh, we failed, no wonder. Alright, pursue. We've used like all of our resourcefulness, so that doesn't look great either. Did that go okay? That last one was a success. I don't know if we got any of our slaves back, which sucks. Take time to heal. Could have been better, it could have been worse. We lost one of our outriders. Yeah, they did take our slaves, which kind of blows. But I guess we had extra labor by quite a bit. If they took 6 people and we were fine, that's kind of wild. Okay, well, onward. I hate the sandworms, man. They're like one of the most annoying enemies in the game, for sure. They're really strong and really hard to fight. And they just pop up out of the ground. One of these days, maybe I'll do it off camera, because I don't think it's all that interesting to just watch me run back and forth to Tectum Carvos over and over again. Maybe one of these days off camera, I'll just do like a bunch of supply runs and move the needle on that quest, and then we could possibly record that. All right, we've made it. Rest by the lakes. Takes the rest of our movement, but makes our people happy. And we can sell our dried fruit here, I believe. Yes. Goodbye. Okay. Plenty of supplies still, which is good news. And there are no factions present here, so it doesn't really matter. But we should rest here, maybe get some... Alright, they don't have any slaves. We'll hire the 2 fighters they have, and then we'll replace the mount we lost. So we got our 10 outriders back again. And I think I can sell one of my beasts of burden. I don't really need it with me, since we still have space here. What are we at? 7 days? How far is Avernum from here? 4. We might as well buy their supplies since they're all worth 1 here. Let's go ahead and fill out as much as we could anyway. We have 1 chitin. That must be from the worms. So let's go ahead and just sell that and then buy the rest of the supplies that they have. All right, rest in the Manzio. Rest time. Send our dudes out to do some chores around town. Healing up. We did fail. We failed and lost vigor. Oh boy, you guys. Comedy of errors up in here. All right, we're gonna head north, and we're just gonna skip Utvarar since we sold our dried fruit already. There's no real reason to go into there. It's faster this way anyway. Hey, we got some free supplies. Yeah, and we'll go back this way to find the people for the test of fire or whatever it is. Ambush. Oh, we could ambush them. What a rude thing to do. There's only 59. We could steal their mushroom beer. No, I'm fine. I don't need to murder these poor people in the fiery wasteland. What a terrible thing to do. Oh, that's funny. Although we should buy some mushroom beer to give to Skornar. Mushroom beer and luxury wine are the things that he likes. I have nothing to hide. House license. In we go. Turn in all of our missions. Sell this extra chitin we have lying around. And we still have a boatload of supplies. 10 days worth, which is cool. Okay, so the plan now is to head back here to the Lake Flame tier and find that. And then depending on how that goes, we could even go to the Writhing Oasis directly from there, or maybe we pop down to Vitrar and then head over to the Writhing Oasis. But let's head, well, I guess we should rest first. Is there mushroom beer here? There's indeed. So let's buy 10. How much does 10 luxury wine cost? 13. You know, I'm gonna do it. And then Skornar is gonna be like my best buddy. And then, do you guys have oil here? You do. 1 oil, please. For our friend Gorgoro. Anything in the city? You stroll the streets of the city with your companions at your side while turning a corner from the main plaza into a narrow alley. You hear a hushed whisper. Hey, you there. Yes, you. You turn towards the source of the conspiratory voice. Oh, look at this man. You see a slender man with half hidden in the shadows, cradling a suspect-looking bundle in his arms. You strike me as the kind who's got the coin for this exclusive item I managed to salvage from one of the prefectus's private warehouses, he says in a lowered voice. Well, not per se. Let's say it fell off a wagon. It's a dwarven telescope that lets you see distant places. Would you be interested? He strikes you as vaguely familiar. Suddenly it comes back to you. This is the same fellow who tried to dupe you before under a different alias. Just about the same time you realize that the two of you have met before, he does too. F my life, not again, he mutters to himself, and then he says more audibly, Oh, good Vagrus, 'tis but a misunderstanding. Sorry for bothering you, I'll take my leave. And so he does promptly, but you will have none of that. You grab him by the arm before he could escape. And as you do so, he drops his bundle. Something looking like an ornate telescope rolls out of it. It looks like the real thing, but upon closer examination, you can see that it is but a piece of carved and painted wood without any functioning parts. No wonder the Picaroon tried to sell it to you in the shadows. The man screams something about harassment and his influential friends, but you do not let go of him. Then he looks at Garrick, who is standing next to you with a nasty grin, and his eyes widen. Whoa, hold a minute, I think I know you. This is the guy. Whoa, hold on a minute, I think I know you, he tells the dwarf. Fat effing chance, the dwarf grumbles, but the man seems certain. But yes, I do, he insists. You're Garrick, aren't you? The one who had trouble with the Loaders Guild back in the shelter. Your companion looks somewhat puzzled, but eventually only shrugs. So you know me, what about it? A lot of people do. Come on, Vagrus, let's shank this little piece of shit and be done with it. The fellow's voice reaches a hysterical pitch. No, wait, I've got a proposition for you. A very lucrative proposition. From what I've heard, you might be the guy for the job. You won't regret it, I promise! He looks at you quizzically. You can tell that he's curious. You let go of the con man and ask him what he's rambling about. The name's Ladabrium, he says, readjusting his clothes. The real name this time. And I'm deeply sorry for trying to do business with you, but a man's gotta make a living. You can certainly understand that. I think I could make up for the trouble I caused you if you hear me out. Spit it out already. Garrick holds his pistol to his stomach. Here's the deal, the conman begins. There's a certain comitatus named the Company of the Ebony Serpent that travels regularly between Devon and the southwest. Supposedly there's a standard supply run for various outposts along the way, but nobody really knows. Well, almost no one, he grins. Well connected as I am, I happen to know that their secret destination is a little place called Tectum Horgius. Does that ring a bell? What about the name Cadmador? Yes, the Black Dragon's clandestine trading house. I have no idea what any of these places are. Does that ring a bell? Oh wait, as you know, Cadmador is a kind of sucker for knowledge, relics, and powerful weapons of all sorts. Guess what the Company of Ebony Serpent transports secretly? Yep, arcane artifacts, quite valuable ones at that. Ooh, this is getting exciting. You can see that Garrick is becoming interested, so he continues. Now I have to admit, I don't know what they transport at any given time, but seeing it as it is a regular journey they undertake, there is always a fair chance that they've got something of great value. And also because they're basically spies and insurgents for Dragmalak, they don't rely too much on Imperial authorities. They're ripe for the taking, one could say, especially so during their halfway stop in Mirage. There's not unusual for several Comitatai to make a stop at the same time, and that's where we could enter the picture, where we would strike and take what's theirs if you're interested. I know Master Garrick isn't above such endeavors, but that's why I brought it up to you. Why, you little turd, the dwarf says, but then he stops. He is interested. Ladabrium seizes the opportunity to add, medium risk, great profit. Think about it, Vagrus. Tell him that you're in. Why not? This sounds very interesting, and we gain loyalty with Garrick. Oh man, knew you'd be game as soon as I told you the details, Ladabrium says with a grin, but make no mistake, it's not an easy job. It's an opportunity. Precisely for that reason, we can't do the caper alone. We will need some specialists. That's essential to my scheme. You ask Ladabrium who he has in mind. Before he begins to lay it all out, he guides you to a small tavern where you sit down to talk. I was not expecting this to be as in-depth as it is, so we'll see where this goes. To be honest, I've only got one specialist so far. He begins sipping his wine for a bit. That's part of why I've been looking for the right partners for this venture. But I do have someone in mind, an acquaintance of old from various former undertakings, a dark elf named Therulian. I have my own dark elf who's pretty good at this kind of stuff. Also known as the Cold One, you'll see why. He's a master of shadow magic and currently hangs around Larnak. I told him to hang around the Petals of Dusk, a strange dope house. We'll need his expertise for sure. That's it for now, but maybe you or Master Garrick could come up with something. We'll need a master picklock and someone who can distract the Vagrus for our target comitatus. The dwarf thinks for a while. Maybe I could, he says. There's a fella named Fignet who's an effing wizard with locks. He used to own a pawn shop in Salem. Then there's, well, let's say, exotic lass in Devon who goes by the name of Caristiona. She dwells in an establishment called the Ifrianian Heat, eh? You could say she's well versed in the art of distraction and deception, if you know what I mean. You make an effort to memorize those names and places. They're all over the place. There's a guy in Larnak. We have to go to Salem, Devon. Although that kind of makes sense. We could go to Devon, then Salem, kind of like a roundabout way, and then over to Larnak and then back to Mirage. Not too bad. You make an effort to memorize those names and places. These sound good to me. Your first task would be to locate and recruit them, Ladabrium continues. Make sure to mention my name to Therulian, although he might need some convincing beyond that. What about your contacts, Master Garrick? Master, Garrick grumbles under his breath. Caristiona shouldn't be no problem. I'm not too sure about that bastard Fignet, but we'll see, shan't we? Ladabrium nods. Good. As soon as you manage to gather them all, come find me in Lumen. There's a back room in the Blind Chakra, a tavern of some reputation. Just tell the barkeep that you've come for the candles. Yeah, the candles, he'll know. Once there, I'll lay out my plan in detail for the team. Until you make it there, I'll do the hard part, finding out about the timetable of our target. You tell him that you have all the details and will meet him in Lumen, but he should not try to screw you over this time. Wouldn't dream of it, Ladabrium says vehemently. I need your help in this, and I swear it's worth all the risks, so we've got a deal then. As I said, the company of the Ebony Serpent does supply runs on a regular basis, so we can do our heist basically any time, but still, don't dawdle too long. I want to make a profit here. So long then. Wild. I was not expecting a brand new quest. It's a nice change for once. Garrick reaches over to Ladabrium's mug and drinks the leftover wine from it, not being butt-effed by the gods, but instead given an opportunity like this. I'll say we give it a go. Worst case, we say it, this Ladabrium guy, fidgety little shit, but he seemed to have thought this through just fine. You ask Garrick where to begin. Well, let's get these specialists together, he replies, stroking his beard. Doesn't matter what order. You nod and rise from the dirty table. You leave the tavern and return to the Manzio with a new mission to accomplish. That's so cool. Garrick the Great Caperer. Oh, it's a heist. I'm so excited. That's very fun. All right, we have no more movement, so let's go ahead. Well, we should get one more fighter, and then we should replace a little bit of our labor population. The fact that we lost 6 people and we're just above where we needed to be made me a little nervous, but I think that's okay. The other thing that we could drop is a couple of these beasts, because we don't need all of the space. We still have 10 days. So like Utvarar is 2 days. It's probably like, it might be like a whole 10 days. Maybe I'll get another 500 supplies just to be on the safe side. It's probably a bit overkill, but I think that's better safe than sorry when you have this much money lying around. Gorgoro, I have a present for you. And then we have some presents for Skornar as well, who's all the way over here. Got some luxury wine and some beer. The dude's just gonna be absolutely hammered. Let's see here. Do we want to send our people out? We don't, because we don't have any movement today. So let's just sleep on the floor. No harm done. Plenty of healing to go around, that's good news. Exchange, and then let's head out into the wasteland. And now to the lava lake, or in the direction of the lava lake at the very least. Doesn't look like our movement boost is going to help us today, so let's just hold on to that. And then we'll head over here, very close to the lava. Hopefully there's no danger from that. You never know in this game. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. Up here? All right, now we can send people out. Surprisingly, there is an opportunity to get food here. Although, it does take away our vigor. Maybe let's not. I don't really need the supplies, that's why I bought the extra supplies. Alright. Looking for 9 nodes. So maybe we just go right to the middle? How does that look? Right in the middle. Okay, cool. We're gonna try scouting. I'm terrible at it. I don't really understand how it works. All right, it'll spend all of our movement today. Let's boost the odds of finding the event or task. We found the event. 1 north of where we decided to set down. But we have our movement boost, so we can actually reach there today. Fantastic news. All right, well that was pretty good. The exiled shamans were looking for are gathered on a plateau overlooking the surrounding volcanic terrain. You ascend to talk to them while the Comitatus waits nearby. To the east and west and north, fiery rivers of glowing lava meander southward under ashen skies. The shamans are not bothered by the oppressive heat or choking fumes, but welcome you instead. In their gaze is the knowledge of why you have come. The only thing is for you to confirm that you are ready to walk the path to face the trial of flame. I guess we can ask what the trial entails. You are to walk the path alone. The eldest of the shamans, a wiry old man bearing fiery tattoos, says. The path will take you through the trial. A true Utvarar is compassionate, persistent, and courageous. Should you fail, you may try again later, but Fire Spirit may scar you if you are unworthy. It is clear that they will not aid you further. Well, let's begin the trial. Oh no. Oh, we could leave some silver coin? Leave a bone carving? Okay, cool. The path turns out to be a trail snaking along the volcanic hills and ravines. All along it, guiding you, are piles of flat rocks, as well as flames and other symbols of the Utvarar painted on stones. The distant rumbling of the molten tongue is the only noise beside you, the sound of your footfalls. Beside the sound of your footfalls. After a while, you come upon a large, flat-topped stone painted with symbols next to the path. On it is a pile of small tokens and miscellaneous items, trinkets, dream catchers, small totems, lucky charms, and more. You stop briefly to consider what to do. Let's leave a bone carving. Leaving the stone behind, you start ascending a hill, every step an effort. Your chest heaves, your breath is shaky. You sweat profusely, but something is amiss here. True, the area is almost unbearably hot, and there's a lot of smoke in the air, but the last 20 paces of the ascent have become nigh unbearable, with no good reason. As you press on, intent on reaching the hilltop, becoming less and less sure you can make it. Tough and strong-minded. We failed. You try to push yourself to the limit. Trying to push yourself to the limit, you pass out on the rocks. When you come to, you are at the top of the hill where the air is cooler, yet it still takes you several minutes to compose yourself and get back to your feet. Has someone brought you here, or did you stumble up here unconsciously? You will never know. Huh. You pass the hill and descend into a basin crisscrossed by the volcanic ravines. The path is still clear before you. After a while, you turn a corner to come upon a large open space beyond which a set of stairs begins to ascend again. Your attention is immediately drawn to a crevice in the middle where a human-sized tongue of flame dances and swirls. There is something uncanny about it. Let us pray to the flame? You step closer to the flame, bow your head, close your eyes, and try to whisper a short prayer to the dancing fire. Not expecting anything to happen, you are somewhat shocked to feel as if you were being drawn to the fiery phenomenon. Reach into the flame. You clench your teeth and reach out your hand, and it feels like madness, but you have a hunch. And it turns out to be right. The flame dances around your hand, its heat a little more intense than the air itself in the region. Briefly, there is a sensation of enthusiasm and vigor emanating from the fire, and then it goes out in the blink of an eye. Your hand is unburned, nothing else remains here, so you decide to leave the place. Press on. At length you reach the top of the stairs, and you see that you're at the top of the highest hill near and far. A circle of standing stones was erected here and completed with Utvarar paintings of flames, as well as real ones dancing on iron braziers. The view of the molten tongue to the north is astonishing. An old man steps out from behind one of the monoliths, impossibly thin, bearded, and covered head to toe in black soot. "Welcome, stranger. You've walked the path and faced the trial of flame," he rasps, and then he locks gaze with you. There's a long, tense moment that deflates when the old man breaks eye contact and hangs his head as if in shame. "Ah, dang it." "You did not pass the trial, stranger," he says almost solemnly. "Perhaps you made a mistake, or you lacked one of the qualities one needs to pass." Another shaman, a young man covered in soot, steps out from behind the terrain, and the old man adds, "My apprentice will lead you back to your people. Perhaps you can find the fire in yourself to submit to the trail again in the future." Unfortunate, but there is no point in arguing. Rats. I wonder, we must have to pass that, that check at the beginning. I wonder if we, like, leave and then just come right back. Does that work? Begin the trial of flame. Looks like you can do it every day. And this time we have our full thing. Please pass. Yeah! You push yourself to the limit and at length reach the top of the hill. Cooler air touches your face, and all of a sudden the terrible oppressing heat is gone. Put your hand in the flame. Press on. He locks gaze with you. What? Come on! I don't quite understand how to pass this. There's no point in arguing. What in the world? Do you have to put the flame out, maybe? All right, let's go back. Let's rest up, and we'll try it one more time. We don't have a ton of supplies, so... Hopefully we, oh man, every 3 days! All right. 2. 3. That's a lot of supplies to have yeeted at this problem, but we'll see if we can make this work. Alright. Leave some silver coins? Maybe we try a different tact. Dang it. Oh, man. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get this to pass, and then I'll bring you back right at the end here. Alright, we're back. I've had to consult the lore masters on the internet. Apparently, the reason I keep failing is you need, well, other than I keep failing the concentration, or the con check or whatever, you need to have a Sadirar tribal trinket. When you're initially giving that trinket or whatever it is you have to the offering pile, you need to give them a Sadirar trinket, which you can find as apparently a random thing in Larnak, and also you can find by killing random Sadirar people in the wasteland. So when we stumbled across those people earlier in the episode, maybe we should have killed them, I guess, and then gotten that just seems so counterintuitive, is that you'd kill the people and get their trinket and then gift it to the trial, and they're like, yeah, good job. So like if we go here, what if we trade with them? Do you have a trinket? Dwarven gadget? Tribal trinket? I don't think that's it though. I think it was a... Oh, we could sell them. So I think it's this. Is this Sadirar bone necklace? Where on earth would we even find that? We do want this survival kit for Aelani though. All right, nice to talk with you. We'll have to see if we can stumble our way across a Sadirar necklace at some point. Otherwise, apparently you can't pass that that thing. So, oops. Anyway, we'll leave the episode there. I'll continue with our attempt to pass the elemental tests once we find that necklace. Otherwise, I think we'll go get the art in Avernum next for the prince, and then we'll try to pursue this heist mission before we head back to the Bronze Desert. So that's the long-term plan. If you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more Vagrus, the Riven Realms, or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!